Hey y'all, I'm JamesWright and welcome to my van. Today we're doing Community Day and we've got a van here with my kids and then Ben here. We're going to be driving around the parking lot and having a bit of fun. So yeah, 7 minutes until this starts? Let's dive in. Okay, we just went live here, so I'm actually I've been waiting to open up my gifts. I have a couple extravagants to open up here, and we're going to open those up, and then I have a few port keys to open up, so we can maximize that, and then we're going to drive around and do some hunting. Woohoo! This is going to be fun.
Bloody Hagrid!
Woohoo! We got our first Hagrid here, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw potions at these because I need Hagrids. I know a lot of people got a lot of the Hagrids, and they're looking for Buckbeaks. I'm pretty good on Buckbeaks. I need more Hagrids. So let's see what we get. And there, first Hagrid of the day. Let's keep on going. Ooh, I gotta open some port keys. Wow, there's a lot of XP. Buckbeak, yeah.
1590.
Wow, this is going to be a crazy XP grind. This is gonna be fun. And we are done. So it was about 3 hours that we did the parking lot hop, and we went around and really enjoyed it. They had a really good balance. I liked the amount of energy on the ground. 100% catch rate on potent stimulos. Wow, I went through almost 40 of them. I went over 40 actually, and I still wish I had more. But you can see here, I just was a little bit over 300,000 XP, which was really surprising. So I went from bronze, about middle bronze, to gold, and fairly good with that. And then Ben here, he went from basic
to almost gold.
Just needs a couple of the registry pages, fortress foundables. So yeah, and the kids in the back did a good bit too. So I think this went pretty well. So let's head back to the office and see what we can learn from this. There was some interesting things on this one, and I think I kind of like the way they switched this one up. So let's take a look at that. We are back in the shop, and I think there's starting to get to be a decent formula for doing a foundable community day. Focusing on one page, fantastic. With the port keys for the challenge foundables, fantastic. I think that the spacing of how often they were put out was just about right. I ended up getting the port keys all run through just about the same time I was going through the regular foundables. I think that the amount of foundables of Hagrid to Buckbeak to Norbert were just about right. There were more Norbert than anything else, but that's understandable because it's the lowest of the three, and you kind of expect to see a lot more of them. Having the 3 times bonus XP, that was phenomenal. That made it so now when I was out and I don't need any more Norberts, I really didn't care so much because the Norberts were worth a lot of XP, and so it was well worth it to then go after them even though I don't specifically need them for a page. So bumping up the Barufio's effectiveness really, really made the difference in that. I think that this was the best way to do this. It was the perfect amount of time. 3 hours was just about right. Anything longer than 3 hours and you would start to get bored and tired of things, but less than 3 hours you wouldn't be able to get enough done. And it wasn't so much so fast that everyone would absolutely max out and everyone would get to complete gold. Most people just got up to gold or close to gold. Most people were able to at least get to silver. I think it was a very good balance of not giving too much, but giving enough to have a lot of fun. And then you're mixing in all of the energy on the ground, and there was a decent amount of energy, and some of them were rather generous. And then on top of that, the 100% return rate on the potent stimulo, that was ingenious. I knew that every potent stimulo meant I would get 5 returns. Boom, 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 boom. And so I was popping those through. And especially with the hard ones like the Buckbeak and Hagrid, it was very nice not to think about that. You know that it would be one hit and done. And when you saw a whole bunch of them in an area, you could stop and throw that on there and plow through them very quickly. I think that was absolutely ingenious. Also, we were notating that the keys were dropping much more often from foundables. So rather than being once in every couple hundred foundable, we were actually getting a key every 20, 30, maybe 40 foundables. We got another key. It wasn't a huge amount more, but it was enough to you noticed it, and it made a little bit of a difference. So if you didn't have a lot of keys in stock or you weren't able to buy a lot of keys, then you could get a few more keys and be able to do those port keys as you went. I honestly didn't really see any major downsides to this as a community day based around Foundables. I think it ran very, very smoothly. And now, yes, you always have people saying, I wish I had more of this, or I wish I had more of that. I mean, you can always get more, but one of the points of having a game is that you have this much, but not too much. And finding that balance of where enough is and not too much is often a little difficult. And different people are going to put that line in different places. For what I'm doing, I think that they hit this pretty close on the head. The balance between Foundables and types and just being able to stay busy throughout the time, this was very, very well done. I think in the end, I'm still a little bit partial to Fortress Community Days. Those just bring people together a little bit better, particularly in the summer where you can go outside and do that rather than being outside in the negative temperatures. I think that those are a little bit more enjoyable, but not too much. I really like the idea of bouncing back and forth between the two and doing, a Fortress-based community day 1 month, and then another month or two we'll do the Foundable-based community day. I think that would be really good to be able to bounce back and forth, so you're not always doing the exact same thing. You're always doing something that's a little bit different, and you never quite know what's coming around the corner. So I have to say a huge kudos to the Community Day team. This came out phenomenally, and all the development team on that, you really, really did a bang-up job on this. Thank you for that. So I'd really like to know your thoughts. What went really well for you? What did you like? What didn't you like? What would you change for next time? Is there anything that could make this even more special? Let me know those down in the comments below. I really do like seeing a lot of those ideas. So I hope you had fun on this community day as much as I did. And if you did like the video, please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Okay, you've heard me say this 100 times, but those things really do help out the channel. And thank you for everyone who does that. That really helps out and helps this channel grow. Thank you for supporting the channel that way. So I think that'll about do it for today. And until next time, have a magical day. Okay, it is the 14th. Let us open up the 14th of December door and see what do we get in here. Something fun. And in this month, we get... Oh, I love it. This is Filch. That is great. And his cat. There we go. Filch and his cat. I like that one. That's cool.